points.
So the volume train continues to roll. You know, I've fielded some questions in real life and on social media about volume, about how to do it, what's the best way to go about it, or why to do it. And I think the why to do it's a pretty good question. There's some obvious benefits, getting more repetitions, getting your overall, again, volume, which is really just the total weight that you've lifted, total weight that you've moved across an entire workout. That's your volume. So there's no really more efficient way to do that than to do lower weight for a lot more reps. And that's what volume training generally is. It's boring. It can certainly, unless you get a little creative with your programming and accessory work, it can get a little bit boring. But it's very, very good at maybe putting a little lost muscle from a sports season back on you, or adding some muscle if you need that. It's also good for kind of greasing the groove. And what do I mean by greasing the groove? It's getting patterns set, learning to do the movements through lots of exposure to them, and doing it with a load where it's not so taxing that you're going to have technique breakdowns and all that kind of stuff, or have to cut corners to get there. So although it's not awesome to step into the gym and put baby weights on for bench press, or just squat with 1 or 2 wheels, like it doesn't look as cool or whatever, but it's important because it reinforces technique. And plus, if you are like me, where you're trying to break down a movement like the bench or the squat, and you're trying to tear those down and fix the small problems in them so you can make bigger progress, a volume phase or volume block is the best time to do that, because you have so many repetitions to lock those things in. You pick the little things that you need to work on, and you really lock those in for the number of repetitions. Brandon Campbell actually talked about this on his channel just recently, that at the beginning of a training cycle, when you're starting a block, especially a volume block, when you have lower weights, it's a better time to lock those things in, because there's not as much stress on you, there's not as much weight, you're not as apt to fall apart when you're working on little things like technique. So that's what the bench is all about right now. So I'll proudly lift some baby weights, and it's not like they're not baby weights when I get strong, but these are even babier weights. These are smaller baby weights. Maybe I'll move up to toddler weights when we get to strength phase. Where are you? Peekaboo.
Instead of running, stay and keep it coming.
Daddy,
Yeah, baby.
can I have one piece of candy?
If you can get one for your brother too.
I will. I want to choose.
You're getting your kicks right at the source. You're taking your guidance from the force. Where do you get love? Down below, from somewhere above. Got a scary feeling, I know. Where do you get love? Am I the whore you're working for? I'm here if you want to keep me near, much further away than I appear. Where do you get love? Down below, from somewhere above. Got a scary feeling, I know. Where you get love? Where you get love? Where do you get love? Down below, from somewhere above. Got a scary feeling, I know.
So like a lot of other training sessions, that one was interrupted by the kids. Things just pile up. People need to be fed. It's winter break, so there's a lot. They have to be kept busy constantly. So again, that's not an uncommon thing. I was able to come back out here later and do my accessory work. And in doing that, it got me thinking about, chasing goals as a real person in the real world as an adult. And it got me thinking about obstacles. And I guess when I really think about it, there's two kind of obstacles. There are concrete obstacles. They're the kind of things like job responsibilities, family responsibilities and commitments, paying your bills, not being able to physically get to a place to train or to work towards your goals. Those are concrete things that are happening in the real world. And to a great extent, those are going to be unavoidable. And on the other hand, you have abstract obstacles. You have things like your motivation or lack thereof. You have your dedication to something, how much you love something, or your discipline in going after whatever your goal may be. And I think your job as somebody that's goal-oriented and that's trying to do something is to minimize those abstract obstacles as much as you can, because those are the ones you're in control of. And that makes it so those concrete obstacles that you have to deal with, the real life stuff, it makes it so when it's all combined, it's not overwhelming. And it actually makes dealing with the concrete stuff, the stuff you're responsible about, the stuff that keeps your life in order, it makes that rewarding because you feel like you're clearing your plate so you can actually go chase those goals. And if you minimize all those abstract distractions and obstacles that happen between your ears a lot of times, then I think it gets a lot easier. So, as always, everybody, thank you for coming along the journey. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments. You guys are awesome. So, as always, like, subscribe, share. I still don't know where the buttons are, but you're going to be able to see them, so you push them. See you.